Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about building a meal prep app using Streamlit and Google's Gemma2 LLM model. So if you're interested in knowing how to build such an app, just keep on watching. Alright, so in this app, we will want to allow the input of a food list. So here we're using the data editor component from Streamlit to do so. As you can see here, when you display this element in the app, it creates a table where you can actually manually input values. So for instance, if I write, let's say bread, I have inputted a value into the table. As far as the LLM model we're going to use today, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning, we're going to be using the Gemma2 LLM model powered by Google. So to access this model, it is fairly easy. You just have to use the Ollama module from the LangChain community library and then download the model that you want. So here we're going to be again using the Gemma2 model. We're actually using the 9 billion parameters model. I feel like it is a good trade-off between performance and quality of response, since you have to know or be aware that the model is running locally on your desktop. So yeah. So to actually use the model, again, fairly easy. You just have to write a prompt. So that's what we're going to do here with the text input, and then call the invoke method from the LLM module to get a response. So we can test out how it looks like. So hi, who are you? And then we can see that the model has responded with some information about who it is. So it is Gemma, the Google LLM. Okay, so first feature we're going to build is the generate pantry feature that is going to be used to classify the food list that is input at the beginning. So to do so, we're writing this detailed prompt here, which interestingly enough, I generated using the same Gemma2 model. So here, basically, we start by informing the prompt that we have a full list, and then we ask the model to categorize the items into 5 groups, plus a miscellaneous category right here, and then output a response with this given format here for ease of use after. Then we're finally wrapping this response into a data frame like so here, and saving it in cache with the st session state component. So once we have saved it in memory, we can actually use it like so here. And this code is basically formatting the output to display a table in a pretty format in the Streamlit app. So I have created an example here. So this is the generate pantry button. So when I click so here, you have the items that were inputted into the prompt, categorized in these categories here with a count of how many items are in each category. Second feature we're building here is the create meal plan feature. So here we're using the exact same logic as the first feature. We're building a detailed prompt that first mentions the food list. Then we ask to create a 5-day meal plan from Monday to Friday with a desired format for the response. Then again, we create a data frame that we save into memory with the session state component. Same thing here, we're using the meal plan that is in cache to format the output to have actually the days of the week as columns and meals as rows. So here I have an example. So if I click on the button here, the create meal plan button, we have an example of a meal plan on a 5-day basis. Third feature that we have here is about asking the model to create a recipe based on a selected meal. So again, same logic here. We inform the model that we have selected a meal for which we want to have a detailed recipe in a specific format. So here we're just outputting the recipe itself. So for example, here we have this meal that we have selected, and then we create the recipe. And then we have the ingredients and the instructions. Last but not least, we have the macro breakdown feature. This basically takes the recipe that has been created and breaks down the calories, the proteins, carbs, etc., at the serving size level and also at the ingredient level. Let's see. Let's see an example. Again, we have the macros at the serving level and the ingredient level. So once we gather all these features all together, we get this app right here. So let's try it out. Okay, so first, as mentioned earlier, we gotta input some food items. That's what we're gonna do here. So let me paste some food items. So we have bread, Greek yogurt, oatmeal. This is a bunch of items that I have in my fridge. So yeah, so once we have this food list, we can generate our pantry. All right, so we have our pantry here. So as you can see here, I have a lot of fruits and veggies that were correctly categorized. However, there may be some items that were miscategorized. So we have the Greek yogurt here that was categorized into the protein and meat section, which is not that weird because Greek yogurt is a good source of protein, but I would have rather to actually see it into the dairy section. We also have that pickles seem to be categorized into the miscellaneous section. But hey, all in all, I think it's a good categorization of the items so we can move forward. As we now know what we have in our pantry, we can actually create our 5-day meal plan. So let's do so. All right, so we have our meal plan. So as we can see, the model has used items from the food list. I feel like sometimes the model felt a bit creative. So as you can see here, it added the chickpeas in the food list, which wasn't present. Something that I really like is that the model actually considered some leftovers, like so here, the spaghetti that was planned for the Wednesday, there is leftover for the Thursday, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, I feel like all in all, it's a well-balanced 5-day plan based on the full list that was provided. So if we wanted to actually know how to cook one of these meals, we have this feature that we have created here. So let's select one of these meals, for instance, the Tuesday dinner, which is a steak with baked potato and a steamed broccoli. Let's see how to cook this. And we have the actual recipe. So we have the ingredients and the whole list of instructions. Now, if I wanted to actually know the macros for this meal, I have the feature for it. And we have our macros per serving and by ingredient, which is very useful. So yeah, this is one use of this meal prep app. Now, obviously, I can iterate on this food list and add or remove items at ease to recreate a meal plan or some recipes very easily with this app. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.